I've got a bone to pick with Arc Raiders. Now, look, I do think the upcoming big update in October will give us a lot of fun stuff to do and really evolve the game. But right now, there's an issue with a lot of the current game modes and map conditions, and I think that they deserve a bit of a lookover from the devs. And honestly, just some small tweaks will make a lot of the content actually worth playing. Take Launch Tower Loot, for example. Today we're going to jump in and test to see if it's even worth doing, and I think it will highlight a big problem with the game that should be fairly easy for the devs to improve. A lot of the map conditions, such as Launch Tower Loot, Hidden Bunker, Locked Gate even, just seem to not really make any sense. You spend time doing some kind of collection activity, which isn't bad, so to speak, like maybe finding a battery or getting the launch tower codes or turning on the Hidden Bunker. You've got the activity that you need to do that then leads to a payoff, and the payoff's terrible. I mean, it doesn't matter how far you are through the game, whether you're a brand new player or you've got all of the blueprints unlocked. Doing Launch Tower Loot, Hidden Bunker, and Locked Gate, you spend time doing it, and then you realize that there's no benefit. Like, the Hidden Bunker loot is not that great. The Launch Tower loot, well, I'm going to test to see if it's any better today because I haven't played it for a while. The same with Locked Gate. The Locked Gate loot, the best loot is outside of the locked area, which is just strange. They could definitely make these game modes a lot more enjoyable just by improving the reward and maybe even upping the risk a little bit. Today we're going to try Launch Tower Loot again, and I think it's going to highlight one of the biggest problems the game has that could quite easily be remedied by the devs. Right, the first thing we need to do on Launch Tower Loot is find the battery. So by default, the launch tower is locked, and there's a map where you can find the batteries online on Metaforge as usual. Honestly, this part is just quite a pain. But I'll show you all of the spawn locations anyway as we go until we find it. So this is the first spawn location right here. Didn't spawn this time. There's another spawn, I believe, just on top of here. So around about there. I don't remember 100%. It might be there. Or it might be over here. But that's one of the spawns. Oh, no. I tried the Delabra today. Another thing that just seems pointless in most cases. Just seeing, like, why don't I try and do something? Well. I'm going to grapple on the Leaper. Okay, let's go this way. I thought I'd try a game mode that's a little bit different. Just to see what there is to offer. Also, let's try and use a weapon that's a little bit different to see what is to offer. Getting harassed by snitches right now. Okay. Now we've got fireflies and hornets on us as well, and wasps. What's really weird is the game mode's really quiet. Not hearing anybody speak or anything, which is strange, to say the least. Okay. Don't want to aggro the Vaporizer or the Rocketeer, but we should be good. One little tickle with the Delabra didn't do much work. Okay, so there's going to be spawns all over by these tunnel entrances, all around in a circle around Launch Tunnel. That's weird. I didn't even choose to do the grapple there. So, I mean, there's... there it is. Okay, so it can also spawn on all of these sections around, but so we found it now. Best thing to do is look on Metaforge and you'll see all the locations. Luckily, we found it nice and early, which means we might be able to get it to ourselves, which would be quite nice. Just taking my battery for a walk. It saves, you know, walking. Oh, fun fact. Walking does not make you go faster. There's only one battery, so we can test this out. I'm going to walk forwards here. And let's see how long it takes to reach the point where there's no sand, which is just up here. Okay. Right. And now I'm going to slide back down and we'll walk backwards if the Leaper will permit us to do that. I'll go that way. We'll play them side by side so you can see which one is faster. Turns out, even though it looks faster, it's just a trick on the eye. The animation is different, but the speed is actually the same. I hear so many times people tell me that you can walk faster backwards, but it's actually just really not true. The fastest way to use a snap hook. Just be careful you don't flick it, because it could get thrown into a different dimension. Why does this map feel completely empty? I'm bewildered where all the players are. Unless they're all waiting in here, having a welcome party for me once I can put the battery in. Doesn't seem that way. Now we put this in here. And now we press the lever. And the doors will open and we can go up. And like, my dude is animation locked. Okay. Okay. What? I can't... Whoa. I can't use any herbal bandages. This is strange. My guy is literally animation locked. Okay, nice. All right, so now we're up here. I can't do anything. I'm locked. I'm soft locked. This is the weirdest bug. Maybe searching a container will help. First, we're going to search these containers. Personally, I don't think they're any different. Yo, wait, what? Are we actually bugged? Can I not... Can I equip that? I can't do anything. Oh my god. Alright, we're going to have to do one thing. Restart the game. Okay, we're finally back, and nobody's killed me, and I'm still soft-locked. I can't equip a weapon. Well, this is the weirdest bug ever. Oh, dude, I'm going to die. I can't... Soft roll, I can't do... Oh. God. Right, let's try and get out alive, I guess. Jeez. Alright, a new raid, and we'll try that again after that disaster that happened. You can find them by any of these little huts going around, and also this goes all around this side of Launch Towers as well, including right there. Get a bit of a sneak of it before... Well, we have a problem now, it seems. Let's go inside quickly. Chill out. Double kill. And besides the sort of like tunnel entrances, there's a couple more spots on this side that I'll show you. One, I believe, is just down here on this thing. And look, it did actually spawn here. Well, that's nice. So run right here. There we go. Show that spot on the map because this was one spot that people miss. And there is another one just up on these silos, I think, or maybe on that box. Yeah. Somebody's already up there. How did they manage that? There are multiple batteries? I guess so. Oh, well, we'll open this side. Pop it in. So, I don't know if the loot up top is any better in the containers. We'll have to have a look. But mainly the draw of this is you press a button, there'll be a wave of some arcs, or a couple waves, and then you get to loot a big weapon case. Now, it has been adjusted over time. Hello there. Whether or not it's good or not, I don't know. Guy might shoot me, bro. I'm gonna lie. I don't think he got up here through legitimate means. He's healing. Interesting. Okay. Pretty normal stuff in there. Weapon box. Let's see what's in the weapon box. Is the loot any different? Osprey 1. I mean, better than an anvil. Could have just been luck, though. Guy's not looting the containers, weirdly enough. Attachment in there. I'm not going to breach the electrical boxes, to be honest. I'm going to skip out on those. The other side is much better for standard loot. We do have weapon cases here as well. That's nice. Let's try that quickly. We're going to go and jump across to the other side. Oh. Or not. Ah, that's a problem. We have some friends. I guess they're looting the other side. That's fine. Let's clear out the Rocketeer. And then we'll press the button to get the alarm. I'm just curious if they've improved it at all. Busy on someone else. May as well just take it out whilst we can. Too bothered about looting it. I just want to get these boxes done to see if they've been improved in any way. There's one thruster gun. Oh, got hit a little bit. Heal up fast before we fight again. You can get some pretty cheeky angles on you, this Rocketeer, so you do have to be careful. It's a shame that everyone else is having fun looting on the other side, but no one's pressed the button yet, so I'm quite happy about that. Oh, the Rocketeers are having a bit of a tumble, it seems. Okay, brilliant. Let's go have a look on the other side. Maybe there's a chance nobody's looted anything. Oh, look, the other box is already done. Okay, never mind. We'll do this one then. So we press this button. And now what we need to do is stand here and deal with the Ark and be ready to press the button as soon as humanly possible. Really? They'll come in. There will be more waves, so be prepared. And then that box will open. The amount of effort that needs to go in to get this one box is quite significant, so the loot should be good. I know it's only wasps and hornets, but yeah, it used to be really bad. It's curious if they've made any improvements. Obviously, there's people just hanging about the button, waiting to grab it. So there's 2 boxes and probably like 12 people doing it at the same time, which is another problem in itself. You know? This kind of game mode was designed before the devs realized how much people were going to play the game as friendly players. The concept is quite cool in a PvP environment. You fight for the top, and then you, well, it's quite a big box. Tempest 1. Okay, Anvil 1, more components, a stock, some meds, an Arpeggio 2, and some gun parts. Not terrible, but you're basically getting the same kind of stuff you could get from any old container, really. So, yeah, I mean, not the greatest. I think that they could boost the loot and add more crates. Like, there's 2 buttons here. Why not make it 4 or 6 buttons? And maybe increase the difficulty of the Ark. Wasps and Hornets could totally be upgraded to something a bit more challenging. You know, it's like one of these game modes that was made at the start of the game, and since then, they haven't really given it much thought. And I think that kind of goes to show their process with a lot of the content. They are definitely putting their efforts into making new content, new game modes, and that's great. That's going to come. But what about all the old stuff that just starts to feel outdated and a little bit out of place? I got a Seeker, so oh yeah, let's just go get that button pressed. I do feel like it's the same with like the supply drops, which have never changed. The supply drops have no good loot in them whatsoever. You get a Pharaoh 1. I mean, who's going to use a supply drop and get a Pharaoh 1? What's the point? Unless you're doing it for a trial or a quest. So they could really make this game a lot more enjoyable, a lot more valuable just by upping the challenge and reward of a lot of the earlier map conditions. I feel like there's a lot that could be improved. Something like the current probe event is fine to get resources, but what if they up the ante? Made the probes, every time you breach them, you spawn in a wave of harder Ark. Maybe not like as crazy as the assessors, but you can get more loot from it. An easy way to bring more value and life into the content that's already in the game. I feel like it would go a long way. Maybe it's just my thinking, but launch tower loot honestly is just seems like a waste of time, and they could easily make it better. What do you think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.